Howdy everybody, Big Fatty Plus, and welcome back to the BygMan Plays Planescape Torment, requested by Bormac. Last left off, we got some perfume back, got a veil back, both from a punk-ass mage disguised as an armoire, and we also got Echo, her voice back. Hello, and we're going to talk to her again about something. Echo waits pleasantly to you as you approach her. Greetings, sir, and well met once more. Hello, Echo, I had some questions. What do you... she nods. Do you know anything about Ravel Puzzlewell? She nods and lowers her voice. In fact, I do. Not only does she exist, she has children... She what?
Updated my journal.
One of them is here at times. Cassiceras. She's a child of Ravel's, though she is loath to accept the fact. Who would blame her? She pauses for a moment thinking. I never gotten her to admit it, though I am sure 'tis true. Interesting. I had another question. Oh, wait, no, I don't. Well, we now got a bomb here. Now, let's talk to Yves.
Done.
Could I deal with anything else here? Oh, yes. Yes, talk to Yves, who is the, resident, lore knower of this place, as I mark off quests on my walkthrough here, so I know what I'm doing. This fetching young woman has a faraway look in her soft sea green eyes. Greetings. Greetings, I am Yves, the tail chaser. What a coincidence! I too chase tails. Yves continues unperturbed. Have you come to trade tails? I'd like to trade tails. Yves nods. I would like it very much, yes. Tell her the story if you're waking up in the mortuary. Yves leans forward as you tell a tale if you're waking up the Dustman mortuary. She seems to devour your every word. As you finish, she smiles. I shall remember this tale. I too will tell tale of the Dustman. Chapters of dust. Go on. 5 experience. There are chapters in the Dead Book, the massive tome in which the Dustmen keep, that records the passing of all that lives into the eternal boundary. In this book there are chapters that are not but dust, and it is believed that the names therein are lost souls who cannot die, but must suffer life eternally until history itself dies and grants them release. I've got another tale. How about the Alley of Lingering Sighs? Yves leans forward as you tell a tale of the Alley of Giving Birth. She seems to devour every word. She finishes, she smiles. I shall remember this tale, and now I have one for you. Before I begin, miss, do you know what a modron is? Yes. I just talked to one. And yes. They'll tell you the tale of the clock and the quadroon. Another 500. Upon a time, there existed a modron. It was newly created, its logic fresh and untested, and it had come to Sigil following the commands of its modron superiors. Go on. It knew of nothing but commands and dictates, of obedience and passing along the orders of its superiors. For you see, Modrons are only aware of the commands of their immediate superiors. They have no grasp of a higher authority, until this one. One day it came upon a small shop, within which there was a small clock that could no longer tell time. It was cracked along the edges, the wheels of its hands broken. The Modron immediately set itself to work at getting the parts to fix the broken clock. It made a new wooden housing for the clock's parts, replaced the bent springs, carefully filed and oiled the clockwork machinery, and carved new hands from the sparse metal available to it. The newly repaired clock's precise ticking reminded of the great gears of Mechanus, and it comforted it as much as anything it may comfort a Modron. And what the Modron never came to understand was that it truly loved this clock that it had worked on, and for reasons it could not explain, elected to remain in Sigil and be with the clock for the rest of its years. Oh. Let's see. Tell one of Requin's curse. Listening forward as you tell Requin's odiferous curse. She seems to devour your every word. She finished. She smiles. I shall remember this tale, and now I shall have one for you. The Gilded Tale. Okay. Upon the plain of Yusgar is the Gilded Hall, where those sensates seek the pleasure of loin can be found. They indulge these passions in earnest, never realizing that the doors of the hall never open, and that there is no clear path back to the Civic Fest Hall. They are the unwanted sensates, the ones that do not truly believe in the faction, but instead seek only pleasure for the pleasure's sake. Are prisoners who do not realize they are such truly prisoners. Okay, got another tale. Let's see here. Mortuary Requence Curse. Alley of Dangerous Angles and Ignis. I didn't get any of those. Companions. Oh. Okay, I didn't get those two. Hopefully they're not required. I didn't get the Alley of Dangerous Angles and Ignis. Morty, you have a trade? Me? Why do I have to tell a story? Just tell a story, Morty. Fine, fine. An elderly man was sitting alone on a dark path, right? He wasn't certain of which direction to go, and he'd forgotten both where he was traveling to and who he was. He sat down for a moment to rest his weary legs, and suddenly looked to see an elderly woman standing before him. She grinned twistedly and with a cackle spoke. Now your third wish. What will it be? Go on. Third wish? The man was baffled. How could it be a third wish if I didn't have my first and second wish? You've had 2 wishes already, the hag said. But your second wish was for me to return everything to the way it was before you had made your first wish. That's why you remember nothing. Because everything the way it was before you made any wishes. She cackled at the poor bird. So you have 1 wish left. Alright, said the man. I don't believe this, but there's no harm in wishing. I wish you'd know who I am. Funny, said the old woman as she granted his wish and disappeared forever. That was your first wish. Yvette smiled. It's an interesting tale, Morty. Now one for you and your companion, the Fiend's Game, alright? A fiend sometimes wandered in the wilderness of a certain prime world in the guise of a friendly old man. One day he came upon some hunters in the woods. What are you doing? The fiend asked. The hunters told him, and the fiend nodded. I have never been on a hunt before. The hunters invited the old man to come along, and the group eventually came upon a glade where several deer were grazing. The hunters carried crossbows, but did not fire, and the fiend asked them why. They are unarmed, the hunters chuckled, patting the crossbows. We hunt nothing that does not have the ability to defend itself. After all, where's the sport in that? The fiend nodded at this and promptly gated in 3 of his fellows. The hunters led them on a merry chase, but eventually they were caught and eaten. Well, that was tale. Of your companions. Anna! I am no good at telling such things I'm not. She frowns and waves her hands as if trying to shoo you away the idea. Don't be asking me for such nonsense now. Just smiles at Anna. I'd very much like to hear your story. Please share your story, Anna. Come on already. Come on already, Feeling. You already have 1 tail you won't part with. Anna looks uncomfortable, the tail lashing slowly back and forth. Well, I know 1 story. Suddenly becomes angry, glaring at Yves. But you might not like it. You won't. So don't be blaming me for choking it out of me. Anna scowls and finally relents with an exasperated sigh. I heard a story when I was a wee lass. This Burke's walking home here late near Antipeak and passes an old toothless crone in a dark and otherwise empty street. Where you going? She asks him. Home, to me wife and kid, he says. They're the slag, she asks him. Sure enough, he says. So she asks him a favour, to take a box she's got in the debtor's pit and give it to the woman there. Now this Burke's a real sap. Too nice to say no, despite the fact that he's sure something's not quite right about this old crone, and agrees. But what's the woman's name, he asks. Where does she live? Where should I look for her if she's not in by the debtor's pit? The woman hands him the box, a wooden thing wrapped in a colored cloth, and tells him to just go and she'll be there. Finally, she wants him, whatever he does not open the box. So he takes it home with him and hides it in the rafters, thinking he'll bring it by the debtor's pit when the night's out. His wife, though, seeing him hiding the box, gets right jealous, thinking it's a gift for a lover or something, and opens as soon as he's not looking. Go on. Well, it turns out the box was full of gouged out eyes and severed male members with the hair still on them. Her scream brought the Burke running. He remembered what the crone said, got right scared and wrapped the box back up. He went straight away to the deadest bit, and sure enough, there was an old hag waiting there for him. He answered the box and says to him, "This box has been opened and looked into." The poor brook tries to deny it, but she gets a dreadful look on her face. "You done something horrible," she tells him, then disappears. That done, he hurls back to his kip. He's feeling ill when he gets back and takes to bed. His wife bitterly regretted opening the box and all, but it was too late. The next day she died of a rotten disease, and the first things to go was his eyes and stem, and nods grimly, tale complete. With a smile. "That was a wonderful tale, Anna. You should never hesitate to share it. Now one for you and your companion, the parched land." Once the large village was struck by a terrible drought. A farmer journeyed to the worshipping stone and again implored it as the cause of the drought. He asked the stone why it did nothing when the fields were parched and dying, why the animals and the people suffered while the stone did not a thing. "Have we not given enough offerings?" the farmer asked, begging almost upon his hands and knees. Hands and knees? Hands to be hands and knees. Typo! But the stone did not respond. It merely sat and cast a shadow. Pants. Dakan. Dakan nods solemnly. "I shall impart the tale of Achadali. Drowning." Yeah. Dakan tells the story of Achadali. I love this. Now it's not even his voice. It's like, okay, we're not going to do that. Dakan tells the story of Achadali. I just kicked my desk. A foolish Glyphicide of myth would become lost in the chaos of Limbo. Normally, a single Glyphicide may use their focus and mental discipline to form the chaos around them into a small habitable environment. Achali, however, asked so many useless and unfocused questions in her quest to return home that her isle of matter dissolved around her and she drowned. Fizz smiles. "Fascinating, Dakan. Let me share with you and your companion another version of your tale I have heard." "Oh." Dakan looks attentive and perhaps a little surprised. "Go on." Yves goes on to tell a different version of Dakan's tale, in which Achali was driven from the Glyphicide city of Shirak Ator for her constant useless prattling. One day she encountered a Slati on his way to the spawning stone. She hastily erected a wall of chaos matter, which even the ravenous Slati found difficult to break down. Hungrily it waited and spoke to her through the wall. She asked it questions, and as she became more absorbed in her pointless queries and the Slati's answers, her own wall decayed and collapsed upon her, and thus she drowned in the matter of Limbo. Okay, I had a question for you. Now, quietly, why are you called the Tail Chaser? Once upon a time, a girl came to an oracle who was rumored to know many things, and asked of it a boon. Her life was in need of direction, so she asked this oracle as to what would give her purpose. Now the oracle was not evil, but it was vague and tended toward strength, which caused it to be obscure in many matters of judgment and focus. Its only answer to the girl's question was that within one story she would hear in her lifetime was the truth that she sought. The girl went off and collected stories, which she chases to this day, not knowing which of the thousands holds the truth. Such is the danger of a foolish question and the wisdom of an unspoken one. Yves, wait, you look familiar. Is your name Yavanna? Yves nods. Yes. But she and I... Oh, is your mother named Yavanna? Yes. She and I no longer speak. Just I shall speak no more of her. Okay. I'll ask her... 7. I've heard about Kasai's Ravel's daughter. Is that true?
Updated my journal.
Once upon a time, an elderly man from the clerk's ward vanished, and his body could not be found. To conceal it, the murderer buried beneath him another body in the cemetery. A diviner told of where the body could be found, and so they dug and recovered the body, but not that of the elderly man. They were confounded. They were forced to release the man, and it was not until they continued to dig to rebury the body, the older man's body, they found the second body. Someone must dig deeply to find the truth. I see. And... 8. The tale of Ravel Puzzlewell, frightener of children, begins and ends with a question. What can change the nature of a man? Keep on. Many were the times she poised this riddle to those who approached her, those who sought to glean from her the strange magics that she alone seemed to possess. All attempted to answer her query, but to no avail, and they found the price of their wrong answer to be some horrible fate, always more terrible than the last victims. To recount their various torments would be to speak of things that nightmares are woven from. The tale strikes me in this way. Ravel herself knew not the answer to this question, but she lusted for such an answer. Only the wily of the matter remained the question. Why did nature of a man matter to one of this great sisters, especially of one of such power as Ravel? It is said she put the question to the Lady of Pain, not directly, but shouted at the sigil itself, daring for the lady to answer. When no reply was forthcoming, she wove terrible magics that threatened to open the cage and let the fury of the plains roll in like a wave. She received no answer other than banishment. To this day, no one knows the answer to Ravel's question, and now there is no one to petition, for Ravel herself is gone, lost to the plains. Okay?
Updated my journal.
Wait, there is more. Though my tale ends with Ravel's demise, there are some that claim the hag still lives. Echo was one such person. Ask her Ravel and she might tell you more of the hag. And another question. And let's see here. Let's see here. Make sure. Oh god. I've spoken to 9 prostitutes altogether. Do you know where the 10th student is? You should speak with Nene. She is forever pacing about. Oh, okay. Now we gotta go talk to Yavanna. Okay. Yavanna smiles the most towards you. Greetings again. Do you have questions regarding one of the pieces? No, but I have other questions. You look familiar to me. Do you know someone named Yves? That is my daughter. For a moment there is a hint of sadness in the milky whiteness of her eyes. We no longer speak to one another. Why is that? There is nothing to be said between us. She has gone off in pursuit of stories, all for reasons I am unaware of. She told me a tale that might answer that question. Ivana raises her eyebrows. Oh, tell me, would you please? I'd most appreciate, sir. Tell her tale chaser story, and of her endless quest for the tale that holds the truth she seeks. Ivana nods slowly. I had no idea. I will see her now. Thank you, good sir, for bringing me this news of my only daughter. As she speaks, color slowly bleeds into her pale irises until her eyes are a brilliant shade of green. Your eyes. Can you see now, Ivana? She nods, smiling. You don't get nothing for that, apparently. But the gushy sense that you did a good thing. Probably sure if you were evil or shit, this would violate the hell out your damn alignment. But let's run back here and talk to Delora about things. Alright, and we're back, and we're going to talk to Delora about, this particular issue. I heard that Kasai Saris is Ravel's daughter. Is that true?
Updated my journal.
I, too, have heard such a rumor, but I do not know. Perhaps another of the women here can give you the answer, if not Kasai herself. Ask Juliet. She and Kasai were once good friends before Juliet met Merriman. Oh. Okay. Okay, now where the frick is Juliet? Oh! There! Greetings, come to ask thy questions of me, I take it? Juliet rolls eyes. Go on, if thou must. I heard that Kasai Sirius is Ravel's daughter. Is that true?
Updated my journal.
Ravel. Ah! I thought I might have heard that name before. I know not the truth of it, but I have heard such a rumor. Thou may wish to ask Kim Sayat or Tung that very same question. There are half-sisters, as you see. Oh. Oh, goody, I have to ask. You have to go talk to her. I'm sure that's gonna be a fight and a half.
Done. I'm gone.
Lots of laughter. This would be a place I would frequent quite often. As I just realized, I never saved. Oh, it's you again. Just can't get enough of me, huh? That's the question. Just looks like fine, whatever. I heard... Wait, what? I heard that you're Kislester's half-sister. Is that true? Yes, I'm related to that chubby mewling, hook-nosed daydreamer. Same father, different mother, so... Let's see here. And I heard that Kislester is Ravel's daughter. Is this true? Strokes. As far as I know, yes. So she's something. Why? Yeah, forget it. Now we go talk to Kasai, which I'm probably sure is going to cause just a scoshy bit of anger. As soon as I frickin' find her. Sorry for all the damn cuts and everything, but I'm trying to cut as little roaming as possible. And I thought it would take me like 20 minutes to frickin' find her because they roam around. But, here we are. Slicer smells warm as you join here, pushing a wavy lock of hair away from her bright crimson eyes. Well, greetings once again. Something I can do for you? Oh, boy. Kasai, are you Ravel's daughter? Kasai suddenly bares her teeth, her eyes narrowing to slits of blazing crimson. What? Where'd you hear such a thing? Echo told me.
Updated my journal.
Ridiculous! I think I'd know if I was if that wicked hag was my own mother. Now stop bothering me about it. Who is your mother then? I don't know, alright? My father raised me. I never knew her. But do I look like a night hag to you? Well, there is the skin and the eyes, and maybe the teeth too. Kasai glares. Kasai Saris glares at you, her eyes blazing. Perhaps we'll speak later, but I'm no longer in the mood. Farewell. Oh, she is pissed.
Done.
She is beyond pissed. Hey, Kim-sai. Oh, it's you again. Let's see, questions? Let's see here. This is true. I asked her, and she denied it. So, now if it's any of your business in the first place, here's your also her sister. Okay. I was hoping you could help me find out if Kasai is really Ravel's daughter.
Updated my journal.
Kimsai frowns at you. Normally I'd loathe to help you like this, but I'm feeling it upset that flirting, preening doxy good and well. Tell her to ask our father. He's a powerful Cambion, so she ought to be able to call him right then and there. That'll get your answer. Cambion? Yes, Cambion. Kimsai rolls her eyes. Didn't you hear me the first time? He was all stopped up with the last of your brains running out? I'm asking what one is. My, you're clueless. She shakes her head sadly, tutting on the while. A half-fiend, Burke, sort of like you. But you're half dung, I think, so you'd smell it at any rate. Better than half you, Kimsai. You wish you were half Kimsai, sod. Even if you ended up with a goat's bum on your shoulders, it'd be better than that scarred face of yours. I don't have time to get into this. Don't have time to get into this. Now, go back to her before she's walked off. Crack my neck like a motherfucker. She smells... Kimsai smiles warmly as you draw in here, pushing a wavy lock of hair away from her bright crimson eyes. Don't worry. I don't stay upset long. Something I can do for you? Kimsai blinks her crimson eyes as you wing her smile. Kimsai, I talked to Kimsai. She told me... Kisai, I talked to Kimsai. She told me she's your half-sister and that Ravel's your mother. Kisai snarls, her eyes blazing with mouth. That... Hell's how I loathe that woman! Why would you even believe that sort of tripe? Says you... You deny it, and in fact may not know it. But that it's true. Said you could ask your father, that he would tell you.
Updated my journal.
Kasai stares at you silently for a time. Give me a moment. She turns from you and begins to mutter softly. There seems to shimmer around her slightly and fills with a coppery smell like warm blood. Let's see, can I... Can I do it? Let's see if I can strain. You lean forward, attempting to hear what she's muttering. How good, blah, blah, blah. Banished Prince of Ida, Maracuya. My father, hear me before I call upon you. Okay. Yes, beloved father, as I kiss thy Ceres, I bid you answer one question, a question I've asked you time and again. Yes, beloved father, I cannot bear to have another ask me and not know myself. You must tell me. I have asked for nothing save this. Tell me, I beg of you. Yes, beloved father, I understand. Thank you. Lean back, pretend to hear no. Kasai remains turned away from you for finally coming to face you. I do not want to believe that wicked hag may have been my mother. I have lived long. I do not appear to age, and have disturbing dreams sometimes. She shudders, but still, I do not wish to be the inheritor of the evil she caused, nor draw the lady's gaze as my mother did. Such evil things she did. Oh, yeah, your mama was a bitch. Tell me what you know of her, will you? I heard she would impose possible riddles to people. Riddles she could answer, but no one else could. She would devour the person if they answered incorrectly, or leave them dangling in her horrifying gardens as examples to all. Those few who somehow escaped tormented in their dreams, riding them like steeds, breaking their wills and hurling their souls into the colorless oblivion of the great waste. Go on. Her magic was said to be beyond anything most had ever seen. It was imagination woven from the nightmare and given substance. Stone and solid shapes bent to her will like soft clay. The laws of the plains would bend beneath her feet, and from nothing she could weave illusion, and from illusion weave realities that could horrify and kill and confound. She was a mistress of all the dark arts, mistress and master of them all. She hounded a governor that dared quote sigil law to her with shadows that devoured him, all but his tongue, his fingers, and the flesh of his face. She turned mercy killers inside out and shattered buildings of those who displeased her. Terrible, terrible powers were at her command. Damn, your mama was a bitch. She changed her shape like water and would use it to destroy some for amusement and to steal knowledge from others. She was a monster, like all that had been spawned from the great waste. In the end, she threatened to open the cage and let the fury of the plains come rolling in, like a wave. Fortunately, she did not succeed. She existed solely to cause malice. I do not know if she is dead, but I know now that she was my mother. Kasai's shoulders slump and her head hangs down. Oh, that I had ears I could so weep with sorrow. Try and comfort her. Suddenly falls in your arms, shuddering as if she were racked with sobs. For time Kasai simply stands there, clinging to you. Then she pushes you away. Thank you, but I'll be fine. I just need some time to think about it, that's all. I hate to ask you this now, but I need you to give me a piece of yourself, Kasai. She looks on. Pardon? The portal key to Ravel's maze is a piece of her, and you are of her blood. It is close enough. She could guess. You intend to seek her out? Surprise quickly changed to expression of wariness. But what would you need of me? Your blood, most likely. Only a drop or two, I'm sure. She nods, but do you have some way to carry it? A piece of cloth, like a handkerchief or something? Ha-ha! That's what the handkerchief is for! Yes, here.
Updated my
I stole
journal.
it from, I stole it from, Juliet there, so, 40,000 experience! Shit! Sally takes the handkerchief and gingerly pricks the tip of her finger on one of her fangs. After letting several drops of blood soak in the cloth, she returns to you. You're placing yourself in grave danger, you know. Even the stories of my mother are greatly exaggerated. She's horribly powerful and completely evil. Good luck. Yes, I've heard. Thanks and farewell. Please tell me I've... Son of a bitch! When am I gonna level up? Oh, we're not done yet. Time may be at 30 minutes, but we ain't done yet. Now...
How may I help you?
Fall from Grace turns to your approach and smiles slightly. questions? I've spoken to 9 of the 10 students, yes, but I could not find the 10th. You couldn't find the 10th student? How curious. I'm thinking the 10th student is me, in which case I have spoken to all of them. She nods very well. She nods very well. And your thoughts? Ooh. Let's see. Let me see here. You should rub the armoires in the broth and use them as firewood. God, I would love to use that one. Let's see. You and I should leave this place and explore the plains. There is nothing more for either of us to experience here. Fall from Grace Knox. Very well. I will travel with you if you still desire my company. I do.
Oh, Mistress High and Mighty will be joining us. What do we need
You
her for?
couldn't possibly
I
understand.
wish she would fall from great height. I might even bump her off myself.
And already we got these two. Why the hell? Thank you. I don't do bars. I do. So let's look at, oh my, Fall from Grace. She's a priest! So she, let's see, with that strength skill. Oh, damn, she's got more strength than I do. Now the walkthrough says she ain't a good fighter. I tend to disagree. She's got more strength. She's got far better stats than me. Let's look at her equipment real quick here. All she has is a touch. And her diary. Let's see. Do I have like a hammer or something? Use one of my fighters. Maybe this. Also, let's see. Do I have any extra health items? Here you go. Club of Nettles, only by thieves, but you're a different kind of thieves. Different kind of thieves. Oh, it's piercing. But you will use this, and I will find a weapon for her. But now, we finally have Fall from Grace. We have our 5th party member! More party members! So, now that we have a new party member, what we gotta do? And just what is this new party member gonna do with us? And how useful is she gonna be? And what else am I gonna have to do next time in order to get to Ravel's place and kick her ass? Find out next time on the BygMan Plays! Planescape Torment requested by Bormac. Till next episode, Big 5 Plus, sayonara. And sometimes, in order to help yourself, sometimes you're just going to have to help others. And by help others, I mean help everybody with their damn problems, because they can't seem to help the damn selves, because sometimes it's just too goddamn stupid. Also, I would love to torch that armoire.